Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Wakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll give you a better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Delta Present. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life. That's what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life.
Welcome to News Desk. 45 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. Today is July 24, AD 2024. My name is Hansen Delta Present. In the airlines, tragic accident involving presidential motorcade leaves one dead and several others injured, as President Walker expresses deep regrets over the incident, calling for stringent measures to ensure safety. Ahead of the Independence Day celebration this Friday, the Painesville City Corporation donates assorted food and non-food items to several orphanages in the city, including 75,000 Liberian dollars. United Methodist Human Rights Monitor issues strong reaction against individuals allegedly spreading misleading information, inciting trouble, and promoting hate speeches and division in the United Methodist Church. Away from Liberia, about 229 people confirmed dead in landslides in southern Ethiopia. Details of these developments, the news bulletin, the voices of the speakers are anticipated on this edition of the news program. Take a break to rejoin.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
Thanks for rejoining us. Up next is Olivia Bound with the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Hansen, and good evening to all. At least one person has been confirmed dead and several others critically injured following a tragic accident involving the presidential motorcade on Monday. The accident occurred in the rehab community along the Roberts International Airport highway when one of the president's escort vehicles collided with a tricycle known as Keke. Speaking at the LZBA hospital when he visited the injured and the bereaved family, President Joseph Walker expressed regrets over the incident and extended his sympathy to the bereaved family. The president meanwhile noted that he was surprised to have seen the tricycle on the lane it was after three of the escort vehicles have passed, already signaling the movement of the presidential convoy. He meanwhile cautioned the commercial cyclists to be careful while on their daily transportation business, urging them to work with the police to ensure safety. Speaking earlier, following the accident, Presidential Press Secretary Fofana disclosed that an investigation is underway to establish the cause. She said President Walker is deeply troubled by the incident and has extended his deepest condolences to the bereaved families. The president was on his way to the dedication of the newly reconstructed dormitory of the Law for Child orphanage in the VOA community, RIA Highway, when the accident happened. Ahead of Independence Day celebration this Friday, the Painesville City Corporation has donated assorted food and non-food items to several orphanage in the city. The PCC on Wednesday donated about 75,000 Liberian dollars, 30 bags of 25 kg rice, 30 gallons of cooking oil, and used clothes to 15 orphanages in Painesville, according to Painesville City Mayor Robert Bestman. The initiative is the PCC's way of identifying with the children of Painesville, especially the orphans. Mayor Bestman said the city corporation is not only concerned with waste management and addressing the needs of the elites, but it is also responsible for seeking the welfare of the ordinary residents, including the young children. He said the donation is the beginning of collaboration with the orphanages to support their activities. Adding the city corporation is also collecting data to know the number of orphanages in the city to inform the PCC about what kind of support they need. Homes that benefited from the donation include the Francis Gaskin Rescue for Children on the GSA Road, Amazing Grace Orphanage Home, and 72nd block of Divine Children Home, Love a Child Orphanage Home, among others. In appreciation, the heads of the orphanage homes praised the Painesville City Corporation, especially Mayor Robert Bestman, for the gesture. They, however, appealed to the city corporation to continue such initiatives as they are faced with numerous challenges in running the various orphanages. The United Methodist Human Rights Monitor has issued a strong reaction against individuals in the Methodist Church who are allegedly spreading misleading information, inciting trouble, and promoting hate speeches and division in the United Methodist Church. The Monitor's program director, Jefferson Knight, urged the Liberian government to take note of those who wish to create a crisis in the church by falsely claiming that the Bishop Samuel Choir does not believe in the Holy Bible. Addressing a press conference in Monrovia on Wednesday, Knight warned Liberians to disregard these individuals whom he described as the bent on creating confusion within the church and the broader Christian community. The United Methodist Human Rights Monitor also acknowledged those engaged in spreading hate messages within the United Methodist Church to cease their actions immediately. Despite President Joseph Walker's mandate for all employees of government to be paid on or before the independence celebrations, the chairperson of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, Councillor Dempster Brown, is refusing to pay for commissioners for the month of July. Councillor Brown, according to ROC judicial correspondent, has reinforced his initial directive to the Human Resource Director and Controller not to pay his colleagues for the month in question and order the return of the salaries to the government's consolidated account. The affected commissioners have since challenged his action at the Supreme Court on grounds that Councillor Brown's action violates the Commission Act, saying only the President has such power over appointees' income. Councillor Brown on Wednesday reaffirmed his decision to withhold his commissioners' salaries, claiming that they were not willing to work and paying them would amount to corruption. The INCHR chairperson further revealed that the four commissioners have since taken flight to the Supreme Court regarding his action, stressing that the Supreme Court can overturn his decision. The former president of the Liberia Council of Churches is calling on government officials to recommit themselves to resolving the many challenges facing the country as the nation observes its 100th and 77th independence anniversary. The call to Brown was the general overseer of the Apostolic Pentecostal Church International emphasized that why many of the country's problems were inherited, the current responsibility falls on the shoulders of the present leadership. Addressing a press conference in Brazil outside Monrovia, Bishop Brown commended President Joseph Boakai for rehabilitating the road to the southeast and for his engagements with various segments of the Liberian society as part of the independence celebrations. The diplomatic missions accredited near Monrovia have held talks with the Liberian Port Authority with an assurance to standardize the aviation quality of the Roberts International Airport. The assurance was made Wednesday at the aviation sector boosting forum in Makibi County. The forum brought together diplomatic partners from the United States of America and Germany, Sweden, France, and Cameroonian embassies, as well as the European Union at the administration complex of the RIA. In a chat with the media, the Director General of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, Julius Dennis, named the replacement and revamping of the airport navigational aid as key for aircraft operations. The Liberia Agricultural Value Chain Actors is calling on this year's Independence Day committee to include local food on its menu for all receptions marking the celebration of this year's Independence Day. LAFCAL is an umbrella organization of all value chain actors organized to help empower all agricultural value chain actors with the capacity required to improve financing, policy making, advocacy, production, aggregation, transportation, and processing capacities. The organization in the release Wednesday noted that in order to harness Liberia's dependency on high food imports valued at US 600 million annually, the provision of adequate intervention support services to local farmers and other value chain actors should remain priority number one in Liberia's development agenda. The organization was attend the Minister of Agriculture who has assured that the ministry will promote the use of Liberian beaches at all of its future functions. Away from Liberia, dozens of people have been detained in the Ugandan capital, Kampala, after joining cut-out anti-corruption protests in defiance of an official ban. Lawyers said around 60 people, including a prominent TV presenter and three young protest leaders, were hurriedly brought before courts and remanded in custody following a march on the country's parliament on Tuesday. The president has ruled Uganda for almost 4 decades and warned before the event that protesters were playing with fire. The march was organized on social media amid anger over long-running allegations of corruption involving several high-profile public officials. The protests were partly inspired by demonstrations last month in neighboring Kenya, which forced President William Ruto to drop planned tax rises. We're here since that's the news bulletin.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we will take your better life.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Derek. I present.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news present. Thanks to Oliver Brown for the news bulletin and the foreign development. The news bulletin is a feature on the news program. If you are just joining us, one of the top developments we are doing ahead of the Independence Day celebration this Friday, the Defense Corporation donates assorted food and non-food items to several orphanages in the city, including 75,000 Liberian dollars. Let's bring you the voices of the newsmakers. At least one person has been confirmed dead and several others critically injured following a tragic accident involving the presidential motorcade on Wednesday. The accident occurred in the rehab community along the Ravas International Airport Highway when one of the president's escort vehicles collided with a tricycle known as Keke. Speaking at the David Junction, as the David Hospital when he visited the injured and the bereaved family, President Joseph Boakai expressed regrets over the incident and extended his sympathy to the bereaved family. Speaking earlier, following the accident, Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fana disclosed that an investigation is underway to establish the cause. She said President Boakai is deeply troubled by the incident and has extended his deep condolences to the bereaved family.
While Excellency President Boakai was on his way from relatives and opened a dormitory or block of orphanage home that Her Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Wakai, had reconstructed. And unfortunately, her, one of the vehicles in the convoy, a tricycle, there was a collision happened. Three of the people in the convoy had passed. So we here to inform the Liberian people that yes, there was an accident here. Currently, we've been informed that there's one person who died, and three others are injured, and they're at the hospital. The president will be going to the hospital. We've been told that and there is an active investigation ongoing from the arm of the Administration Service. And further action and further information will be given. So I thought to give you all this very quick update and confirmation of the action that happened earlier. Moreover, the president, the team have condolences to the pronounced person who had died, and there's plenty going to engage further. But I said it's an ongoing investigation on other situation, and additional updates will be provided.
Kula Fana is Presidential Press Secretary added to President Joseph Boakai. Ahead of the Independence Day celebration this Friday, the Prince City Corporation distributed assorted food and non-food items to several orphanages in the city. The PCC on Wednesday donated about 75,000 Liberian dollars, 30 bags of 25 kg rice, 30 gallons of close to 15 orphanages in qualifying with the children of Prince, especially the orphans.
2 days from now, we'll be moving to our Independence Day. And these are people that are looking after children who are parents, less fortunate children. So, in the city of Prince, we are not only in charge to look at people who are doing well, we are also in charge to look at those that need help in the city. And our orphanages are some of the areas that we need to look to the future generation. You may check history that you know that some of the future Muslims have come from places like this. So we thought it was to move on and give them food to eat. That's part of our arrest agenda. What specifically are the items you are giving out to them? So we are giving two bag of rice at the time. So when you look at the 15, you'll be talking about 30 bag of rice. And then it was 5,000 times the 15. And the 2 gallon of oil, the same thing times 15. Clothing was packaged in the clothing times 15 also. So the student can have and also have food to eat. So we are doing everything we have time to do. We are even intending to move to our own. So we and I even believe that all we do just go to like the program, speak to us, taking care of the older folks, because we all want to get old. Our children have one. And these are children are even in great deal because they are children that are often and Jesus did the same thing as an example for us. So we have to do it for our working health society and the British City Corporation will continue to do that. We will stay us to widows, for to old people. And we are contemplating in the future to have old age home into this to look after our old people. So, support for this initiative. We want to say thank you to the Business Association in Painesville, the business people, the Painesville Business Association, PABA, donation. We have people, G2, a lot of the business people in that. We told them what the city wanted to do, and it's not the first time they have always been coming. So we want to say thank you to the Business Association in Painesville. That was the reason we've been in the position to do this, and we will continue to do it.
In appreciation, the heads of the orphanages praised the Prince City Corporation, especially Mayor Robert spent for the gesture.
I'm just going to say thank you. They should really last. This is anytime you can come. One lady told me once, say I will come out to watch. I said, come and take it. So it's the president will say, honorable, will say, thank you so much. It is your heart. Some other will just say, I was giving to them when you have reached to us. We say, thank you. May God bless you all. After the children money, I say, God is the God that will serve you. And again, our Father, will coming to him, will come to him. Tomorrow, when it says, I declare in some fire that we trust in the Lord, let there be harmony in chapel. As God will have it, say this morning, children, you see what happens. You see, serving God, He cannot leave you alone. I feel that say, God not be with you, but God is with you. So God is with us and say, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And God bless you. Comfort you. Thank you for and God bless you.
Beneficiaries of the Prince City Corporation donation there speaking earlier, listen to the Prince City Corporation's Mayor Robert Espen. The United Methodist Human Rights Monitor has issued a strong reaction against individuals in the Church who are allegedly spreading misinformation, citing trouble, and promoting hate speeches and division in the United Methodist Church. Monitor's program director Jefferson Knight urged the Liberian government to use language to create a crisis in the church by falsely claiming that Bishop Semaphore does not believe in the Holy Bible.
There's a hate message that's spewed out by detractors of the United Methodist Church, and claiming that the United Methodist Church has passed law for men to marry their daughter and for mother to marry their son, which The same hate message was spelled out in Rwanda years ago, and we saw in the of the people, Hutus and Tutsis. We saw the same hate message that was spelled out 2 years ago, right? Somebody called, and that message went like wildfire. There was a serious conflict between Christians and Muslims in Lofa County. There were properties and debts that were lost due to those issues. Last month, the same hate message, disinformation was spewed out by the same unscrupulous individuals in Ganta, Nema County, against the UMC and against the bishop. When the bishop went to visit that county, we saw what happened. There were sadful messages which have the propensity of creating chaos, violence, and plunging the nation into war. We don't want that. That is why we're condemning this message against the church, against our leaders at the Methodist Church. The UMC doesn't believe in the Holy Bible. So why would you be spewing out lies? This is hypocrisy at the highest level. Great deception that nobody should take this seriously.
Jefferson Knight is program director of the United Methodist Human Rights Monitor there. Speaking out of news conference. Well, folks, if you are just joining us, a reminder of the top developments we are following on today's edition of the news program. This next 45 minutes of news, comments, analysis about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. Tragic accident involving presidential motorcade leaves one, several others injured as President Barack expresses deep regrets over the incident, calling for stringent measures to ensure safety. Ahead of the Independence Day celebration this Friday, the City Corporation donates unsorted food and food items to several orphanages in the city, including 75,000 Liberian dollars. United Methodist Human Rights Monitor reaction against individuals allegedly spreading misleading information, fighting trouble, and promoting hate speeches and division in the United Methodist Church. And away from Liberia, the BBC is reporting that about 229 people were found dead in the landslides in southern Ethiopia. Let's continue with more developments on the news program. The former president of the Liberal Council of Churches is calling on government officials to recommit themselves to resolving the many challenges facing the country as the nation observes its 77th independence anniversary. Bishop Otto Brown, who is also the general overseer of the Apostolic Pentecostal Church International, emphasized that while many of the country's problems were inherited, the current government is responsible to shoulder the reality of the
We're grateful to God for our country, the sweet land of liberty. We're grateful for another independent life. It's our prayer and hope that events everywhere will be able to reflect on this day, recommit themselves to the survival of this country. Country needs to survive. It needs to be able to do the things that it should be able to ensure that the citizens can continue to be part of the government who decide on this new phase. Help to close the war chapter. I think it's something that we can do from that. It's a we'll say, a new substance that we can't improve. After 6 months, it's the only one the world. A lot of people are so the time put it into the ground, to in the house. I'm one of those who believe also that the officials of government, when you make a president, the president is looking around the country, the president must find people who will be able to help him achieve his agenda. And those people have to have their ears to the ground. And all the government officials, and I've always said, I've still that you don't have to argue what you do, because what you do, if it's intangible, I don't care how long it's taking. Sure, they have very serious needs here. Liberians are hurting. That's why it's important that all the people that those people really commit themselves to the service, so that they're able to address the challenges this country faces. These are serious challenges. We do not work with because we argue among ourselves. You don't want to go away because somebody said that thing. You know, if people facing hard time, they're facing hard time. Then you do a bad say against it. You know, whoever you get, a lot of people are complaining about the difficult, situation, economic situation. And that's something that the government needs to pay some attention to be able to address it. We have to, to address it. We commend the president for current engagement, engaging religious community, civil society, the youth. And that's good. I think those engagements should have an overall objective.
Bishop Cotton is the former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, calling government officials to recommit themselves to resolving the many challenges facing the country as the nation observes its 177th independence anniversary. Diplomatic missions accredited near Monrovia have held talks with the Liberia Airport Authority with an assurance to standardize the aviation quality of the Roberts International Airport. The assurance was made Wednesday at the Aviation Boosting Forum in Magibi County. The forum brought together diplomatic partners from the United States of America, Germany, Sweden, France, and Cameroonian embassies as well as the European Union at the administration complex of the RIA. In the chat with the media, the Director General of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, Julius Dennis named the replacement and revamping of the airport navigational aid as key for aircraft operations.
What I know for us right now is getting our navigational aid replaced and revamped because that's key for aircraft operations. When aircraft coming into the airport, they have to come guided by your navigational aid. The ILS, the UUR, the EME, all these things, they're not functioning. These are spare parts for them. So there's a whole need to have them replaced. The government allocated factory remains the development is very with the computer market right now, many innovative computer financial tech that was able to collaborate with diplomatic EU for full interest in this projects are achieved. They came report there and visit is a fact. Previous visit, see what level of progress made, what plans are there, and what the current status to move forward. That's the whole purpose of this visit here today. We had a very interactive, frank exchange of views, expressing all of the situation as it is. They got a very good idea of where we are. This whole activity is that what resources are there. That's the whole
Julius Dennis is the Director General of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority there in the chat media. The Liberia Agriculture Authority is calling this year's Independence Day really to include local food on this menu for all receptions, marking the celebration of this year's Independence Day celebration. Love Card is an umbrella organization of all volunteering actors organized to help empower agricultural volunteering actors with the capacity required to improve financing, policy making, advocacy, production, aggregation, transportation, and processing capacities. The organization noted that in order to harness Liberia's dependency on how food imports value at 600 million annually, of adequate intervention support services to local farmers and other packaging artists should be a priority. Quickly to this development, this part President Joseph Boakas mandate for all employees of government to be paid or on before the independence celebrations. The chairperson of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, Councillor Dan Brown, is refusing to pay commissioners for the month of July. Councillor Brown, according to our Militia correspondent, has enforced his initial directive to the human that's the Human Resource Director and Controller not to pay his colleagues for the month in question and order the return of the salaries to the government consolidated account. The affected commissioners have since challenged his action at the Supreme Court on grounds that Councillor Brown's action violates the Commission Act, saying only the president has such power over the appointee's income. The INCHR chairperson, that the four commissioners have since taken flight to the Supreme Court regarding his action, stressing that only the Supreme Court can overturn his decision. Well, that's all the time we got to on this Wednesday, July 24, 2020 edition of the news program Dex. As we take leave of you, these are the top stories we have been following. Tragic accident involving the presidential motorcade, one dead and several others injured. President Braga expressed deep regret over the incident, calling for stringent measures to ensure safety. Ahead of the Independence Day celebration this Friday, the Painesville Corporation donates assorted food and non-food items to several orphanages in the city, including 75,000 Liberian dollars. United Methodist Human Rights Monitor issues strong reaction against individuals allegedly spreading misleading information, inciting, troubled, and promoting hate speeches and division in the United Methodist Church. From the BBC is reporting that about 229 people confirmed dead in the landslides in southern Ethiopia. Many thanks to our correspondents, editors, those who helped in making this Wednesday edition of the news program a success. Olivia Bound read for us the news bulletin. The ably coordinated the sound to be inside hand microphone on behalf of the production team.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we will take a better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Oh, Husband.